Numbers on your screens. 1020 is the profit figure for Q4 on Gail, and we'll get the revenue numbers also on your screens in just a moment. But remember, with the state-run companies, now it's really a focus about their business fundamentals. I'm just bringing in the comparisons up for our viewers. Okay, a mild bit of disappointment. That would be a miss. That would clearly be a miss on profitability. 1020 versus expectation of 1200 coming in there. And even in terms of revenues, I think it'd be important to see whether they have been able to in any meaningful manner deliver on the performance that one was expecting. Okay, so we'll just await the revenue details as well. But Sandeep, really, whether you look at Gail, Oil India, ONGC, the numbers do not matter anymore. With Gail particularly, while the revenue figures come in higher than expectations, the stock has not done too much. Whichever way, my point is, whichever way the numbers come, even if there is some sort of outperformance, it doesn't really reflect in the stock's movement.
Yeah, Tanvir, unfortunately, I stopped looking at Gail as an investment opportunity more than a decade back. So I don't really know what they're coming out with.
So one of the many people who are just avoiding the state-run companies, as one cluster in the market because they believe that there are better value opportunities elsewhere.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that people have given up on some of the state marketing companies. And if indeed the entire tax, this windfall tax comes through, then frankly, let me tell you that these stocks will have a lot of more downside. Government's ambitious target of selling 1 lakh crore and getting money via the privatization route, they can kiss goodbye to that because it's just going to break the confidence cycle. And trust me, when investors are investing, the most important benchmark for them in PSU or public undertaking is that they need to be convinced about the safety or the investment safety of the policy regime. With the exception of 2 or 3 large companies, none of the PSU companies as it is have a track record of creating a lot of wealth. We know the state of PSU banks. Look at NTPC, look at REC, look at PFC. You pick up a PSU company and it's marred either with bad management or with miscapital allocation, sometimes both, sometimes corruption, and now there could be policy intervention which really could have an impact on stocks like HPCL and BPCL. But Gail numbers have come out. Avinash Gorashekar joins us. Avinash, what is your sense? Are these numbers in line with your estimates?
Yeah, I think my sense numbers have been in line, but I think the markets are clearly worried as the government is thinking of taxing most of the upstream companies. I would believe that I think the markets are probably looking at the fact that apart from ONGC, there could be some other companies also which could have to foot the bill, and probably there could be a little more damage for most of the upstream companies. And clearly, I think in that terminology, the markets are possibly punishing these kind of stocks.
Avinash, what would be the call on Gail right now? I mean, there's been a big miss on the margin performance.
I would believe that the stock is already down by about 1.5 to 2%. I think what kind of volume growth has come in this quarter and what kind of pass-through charges the company has got, especially for the gas transmission kind of business, is something which most of the analysts would like to wait. But overall, I think the numbers are definitely a tad below what the street expected. So you could possibly see the stock softening today, and possibly after the conference call and update from the management, you could see a little bit of recovery.